Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. This is the coronavirus in the Pacific Northwest, episode number 11. And we were ready to begin working on our own field. But right now, because of the recent rains, it's too wet. Not by much, but it's too wet. So we're going to have to wait for it to dry out a little bit before we can do something with the field. But we've been lucky enough to have a couple of contracts send our way, and the first one, well, it's the big one. It is the giant field, and it's cultivating. So let's go ahead and get started on this. With our tiny little cultivators, this field is going to take a really, really long time. We're going to go ahead and use a combination of time-lapse and jump cuts to try to get through this one. You can see the timer right now. It is 1:11 in the afternoon. Let's see how long this takes us.
Comes the music.
Boom, 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 boom. I'll shoot you right down. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, 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 ow. Boom, 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 boom. I'll shoot you right down. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, 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 ow.
as we are very nearly done with field 35. Cultivating is just such a slow process at 9 miles an hour with a very minimal width. During the time lapse, you probably noticed that I switched cultivators. I checked the shop first to see if there was something within our $40,000 budget that we could get, and there was, but unfortunately none of our tractors have the horsepower that we were going to need to pull it. And so as a result, we were stuck with what we had. But it turns out that this cultivator and seeder combo is 3.7 meters wide, while the regular cultivator was 3 meters wide. It's making a difference, because as we go to complete this contract, you may glance up at the time and see that it's 3:30 now. We started at 1:11, and outside of the few minutes that it took me to run back and swap cultivators, we've been at this non-stop. So 2 hours and 20 minutes now, and we're still going around and around here, at least for a little bit longer. And there it is, contract on field 35 is finished. Oh my goodness, that was a heck of a process. There's still a couple more contracts left on the day, but with 2 hours and 20 minutes of time, I think it's actually worth it. Where was that other? Field 11. So the other cultivating is field 11 anyway, so even if we do end up doing that project, it's going to be up back past the farm. So for now, I'll head to the farm, get there, park, and then we'll magically teleport over to the harvester and see if our field has dried out enough to begin harvesting. We're a good 2.5 hours now since we tried last time. There's a decent chance that it'll have dried out a bit. Meanwhile, in the COVID-19 world, the real world, things are getting a little bit hairier around here. Earlier in the series, we talked about how our home state, Washington, had more than half of the cases in all of the United States. And that was the case when we started the series. Just over the last few days, just over this last week, things have changed drastically. We were overpassed by California, but California is only slowly taking over, because now, over the last about 72 hours, the state of New York has brought in a good 30,000 new cases of the coronavirus. And it's getting quite serious. The United States as a whole had 18,000 3 days ago, and now have about 54,000. So we're starting to look a little bit like, like Italy is really. Italy and Spain have similar numbers now to the U.S. Not quite. Oh, so close. There we go. Use gas and repairs, but we'll worry about that another time.
I'm almost
Alright. Let's hop on over. Okay, straw swath is on. Turn on harvester. Uh-oh. Crops are too wet. Yeah, it's still too wet. It is.
Now, do we have any of the jobs left?
Yes, there's two. Two more contracts. So we're going to move on. It looks like we're going to need a dry day. So field 11 cultivating. And I'm going to go ahead and knock these contracts, knock them off camera, and we'll push forward to the next day because we're already getting late enough that not much is going to happen with this field today anyway. Alright, we're finally beginning the harvest of the field. I'm going to switch out of here though and let me ahead and run the harvester, and I'll take care of wagons. Alright, I'm out of it. So it has dried up overnight. That also means we can
Oh, it's going on the
this down.
ground. Don't we want to keep it?
No, that's the what do you call it? Chaff or whatever. That's something extra, which I don't know if that's a piece of equipment we're going to be able to afford. We might be able to. Know that. Pick that up. Okay, you know, this one's the slowest. Let's not use this one. Now, the only problem with the new field that we've bought is we don't own any farmland, so we don't have a silo, so we don't have anywhere to store the wheat. So we are going to have to sell the wheat straight away, which is not ideal, but we'll be okay. At least we'll be able to turn this into some money here.
I'm at 42%.
Okay, I'm on my way with the first trailer now.
And don't have the pop-up that shows me the control.
That's weird.
I don't know where it went. I didn't have it on the cultivator earlier either.
You must have turned it off in settings somehow. There is a display for that. It can be turned off manually. Alright, you're around there. You said you're already half full.
67%.
Okay. I will turn around and you can unload.
Alright, I gotta figure out what control to do that because I don't have it.
Oh, I'm not in it. Pipe out is... I guess while you're doing that, I can double check. This is wheat. 517 at the Timberline Flour Mill. Go ahead and tag that.
I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. I know.
The green within the yellow shows, and the product highlighted right now is wheat, so you can see the price fluctuation throughout the year. It's much better to wait and sell it till early to midwinter. Seems to be the best price, but again, we don't have the ability to do that right now, so it's better to make the money than not make the money, even if the money's not as good as what it could be. So we'll go ahead and open that cover, and we are going to sell the wheat. Side tip for this one. So 5,538 for our first trailer load.
That's pretty good.
It's a decent chunk of change. Well, as close as we were, able to get back quickly here. We'll go this way this time. Trying to think, does the Fendt or the Valtra have more power? More horsepower? Without looking it up.
Oh, it's 100%. I don't know. The blue one is 145 horse.
This one's between 130 and 150, so it's about the same. I guess I should get a better angle. Turn around here. There we go. I should double check if this is still the best price. It is, hasn't changed. At most it's gone down $1. I think it's the same. So this should still be another 5,500 for this one. Which means we'll only bring in maybe 13,000. So for initial investment, it's going to be a while before we get a return. But again, if we do collect and sell the straw, then that's a little bit more back. Certainly not matching the equipment cost. Not yet, anyway.
It'll take a while to pay for that.
Yep. In the short term, the contracts really help out. There you go, there's another 5,500. Alright, we decided to pick up the loading wagon, so the Zell and CFS 2501. 46,000, no options, so we will get it as is. Leaves us with a balance of 24,000. Now, of course, the reason why we're buying all this equipment up instead of leasing is the long-term impact of having the equipment versus having to pay for it again and again and again. So accumulating this stuff, and for us, the loading wagon has a good long-term effect in getting into mowing grass, gathering the grass in a loading wagon, and making silage. There's a lot of money in silage, so we are looking forward to getting into that before too long. Also, before heading back with this, the repair level on this tractor is getting quite low, so go ahead and pull into here and get some maintenance staff to take a look. So $442, that's well worth it to get that taken care of. Now eventually we'll need a windrower as well, rake the field, but for now this will be sufficient. And we'll probably look into that rake or possibly the mower as the next investment, because a single front mower with this behind is enough to get the job done and start gathering grass. But you need somewhere to do that, and we only own this one field. And actually, real quick, let's put a call into the shop and see, because I have an idea with that one. front mower, 19,000. We have that. So, Dad, I have a thought. So you know this field we just purchased, right?
Yeah.
So we have this loading wagon now, so we could pick up the straw and sell the straw and get a little more money out of the field that way. And then, of course, we're intending on plowing not just the field as it is now, but expanding the field and replanting. Something that'll be harvestable here before winter comes. Why don't we get a front mower for 19,000? We'll only have 4,000 left. But if we get a front mower, once we've done the straw and sold the straw, we can go right back in there and mow the grass around the field and pick that up with the loading wagon. Take it
Before we plow it.
before we plow it. Get full advantage of this field. Milk it for everything it's got. And with contracts, we'll start remaking money anyway. What do you think?
Yeah. We made, we don't have anywhere to put the grass though.
The biogas plant.
Okay.
So we take it directly to the biogas plant, southeast part of the map, and dump it into a silage pit. Later on, we'll need a bucket, but we've already got tractors and front loaders. So we're not done shopping yet, are we? Let me get one more here. Let's run inside, talk to the manager, and say, hey, while we're at it, something else I want. So we'll grab the pottinger. Later on, we'll get the rear pottinger, so that's 42,000, and that'll give us the triple mower. In terms of horsepower, I think we're okay. This is 70. The loading wagon's going to be tough, and if we have to, we run two tractors if it doesn't run well enough. One with the mower and one right behind it with the loading wagon. No
So do
options?
I need to come and get.
No, I just pulled away, so I turned around and came
You got
back.
the mower and the wagon.
Yeah. Front mower, rear wagon. Now, while we're at it, just eyeballing. 75 horsepower, 110 horsepower. That's a pretty good jump. Extra 5 meters. But Agco 650. No, I think that's another piece. So yeah, we can get a cheap windrower for 30,000. We can get a really cheap one for 10,000. That might be a good way to start.
Well, I had taken the plow to the field. I was going to start working on that, but I'll wait.
Yeah, let's mow it first. Which we need to get the straw out of there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have
Get the
to
wagon.
clear the straw, and then we can start plowing the main field at that point. And then we can mow and do that, so that'll give us something to do both ways. But there you go, there's a mower. All right, well, you've heard the plan already. We're going to go ahead and collect the straw, sell the straw, and then we'll mow the grass, collect the grass, dump it into a silage pit for later before we go on and do whatever contracts there are for today. So, we've got a long day ahead of us. It's day 13 of summer. We're into the late summer period, but we've still got a couple days before there's additional harvesting to do of other crops. All the late summer harvests have already taken place. And that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe out there. Bye for now.